Um. So bear with me. There should be music playing. How awkward. This is why you don't update before streams. Or no, actually, this is why you test everything before streams. Let me figure this out real, real quick. I wonder why it is not playing. I'll be honest. Gosh, how awkward. Okay. It's so it's playing to me, but it's not playing to you. Yeah, and I just verified that. Yeah, it's not. Well, just know that it is a really good banger. Whatever bop you have in your head, just play it over right now. Or if you just open Spotify, open iTunes, open YouTube Music, open Amazon Music, and open whatever you use to stream, and just hit play momentarily. I'm listening exactly what you're listening to. Trust, best believe. What do I need to? Nope, nope. Ooh. Well, this is gonna like suck. Why is it just man the world's most boring intro or not intro words. I might as well just turn on the ACC showcase here. You get some background music. I don't know. I mean, it's gonna suck. It's literally just Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna, figure this out. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Scuff screams, scuff stream. I've been gone for a week, 2 weeks. I'm back. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Yeah, I don't know, ladies and gentlemen, why I can't. It just does not want to come through. Regardless, though, let's just continue. It's working. The music is playing. No way. Brother, what is up today with this thing? Oh my lord. I need to like troubleshoot the heck out of this. That was so baffled. I am beyond baffled. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. A new intro. I hope you like it. I am iffy about it. I don't know. I feel like I can make it better. Maybe it's too long. Maybe there's not enough. Maybe there's too much action. I don't know. Let me know. None of that slow. This is our beautiful website. This is a 5firacing.com. It's 5, the number 5. firacing.com. Squatchmonger, you like it? Okay, I like it. You like it? I like it. That's what's up. Wrong button. Scuffed. What is going on? Hey, what did happen? Alright, note to self, do not click on Wix.com. Anyways, if you'd like to join us, you know, follow us or join us on Discord. We missed a week because of server issues, unfortunately. Nothing I could control. Nothing anybody could control. So we reschedule Suzuka. Yeah. Anyway, if you'd like to keep updated and not miss anything, you know, just click on Discord and there you go. You're probably watching us on Twitch. Hello, YouTube. Hello again. Instagram, be sure to follow and like all the pictures. You have to. It's a mandatory requirement. If you do not like it, you lose a race. Yeah. Streamer's curse just gets placed on you straight up. Reddit, click on it. SimGrid, let's go. We're on Founder League Season 7 here. And we will just go straight into the rules real quick. It's basically the same like every other season. The only difference now is that we have an LFM VOP in place. You can drop 2 races, obey all yellow flags. If you DC, discontinue, disconnect, just quit the race. Just stop driving before you actually complete a penalty. 1, it's bad. And 2, you're gonna serve it next race regardless. So, you know, just deal with it and then move on. Code of conduct, be nice, don't be rude. Banter, fine. Don't go overboard. Incident reporting, report all your incidents. And yeah, our standings today. We're gonna go top 5. We'll just go through it all. In the goal split, we have Albert Tranchisi still in P1 with 136 points. Very nice. Ross O'Connor is right behind him, P2 with 121 points. Joshua Worley, P3, 111.5, 111.5 points, P3. Top 3 are very close. Well, actually, everyone's pretty much close. The only one that actually starts falling off would be P6 that we'll get into. Zach Manriquez is in P4. He's at 96 points. Albert Guiana, he has a 95.5 points. He's in P5. They are going to be battling it out for P4. Zach is for sure going to try to climb the ranks and at least kick Worley out of P3. Sam Staples, he's in P6, 62.5 points. Jake Wells has 46 points, P7. Then we have Daniel Hirsch and Kyle Hirsch, who have not raced or not scored any points. So what is up, dudes? It's lonely out here. In the Silver League, we have Alexander Sabo in P1 with 123 points. Then we have Jonathan Kelly at P2 with 102.5 points. Kyle Busch, literally right behind him. Both Kyle Busch and Brad Tarno. So Kyle Busch P3, Brad Tarno P4. Both of them have 102 points. Chris Unfair has 93 points. He's P5. Joey Johnson has 91.5 points. P6. Douglas Furnish, 89 points. P7. Jeff Kelly, P8, 80 points. Edgar Herrera, P9, 72 points, and Greg Landry with 70.5 points. Everyone is really, really close. So, we'd love to see it. The rest of the list, I'm just gonna speed run through it. We have Victor Sabo and P11, Christopher Greider, P12, Darren Montes, P13, Justin Fry, P14, Jacob Myrie, P15, Kevin Alexander. I feel like I'm gonna confuse your name for whatever reason tonight. P16, Randy Zimmer, P17, Gelson Cruz, P18, and Joe Kronk, P19. Alright. I hope this works then. I don't trust any updates or anything that's going on right now. It's just my single kind of died right now. I already have 2 bad races and now I'm missing a week. I need more drop runs. Let me out. Trues. Sorry to hear that. Well, in the recap though, for MLI, this is what you missed. You had good battles all around. In the beginning, everyone was pretty nice until we hit turn 3. We'll go back into it and you can kind of see the aftermath behind them. So regardless, besides that one small little hiccup, the rest of the grid was driving around very, very nicely. We were trying to overtake and get in each other's faces. You see there a battle, it's a tiny bit emerging right there, and ends up not successfully pulling through. I am blanking out on names. That's Douglas Furnish, I believe. Today's a bad day. Well, this is what ended up happening. Someone just lost a little bit of control and ended up flipping the other and if you saw up a little bit ahead, Myrie almost ate it. He almost ran into the back of Kyle Busch, so that was another experience here. So what ended up happening? Kyle Busch made the tiniest, and I mean ever so tiniest of touches on, I forgot who that car is. So bad, but he ends up clipping the other driver and he just eats the wall like no one's business. There's no saving that. I know this driver. That's Douglas Furnish in the black car. Who is... I'm not sure, but this is the incident with Myrie here. He almost runs into the back of Kyle Busch. He almost misses the brake marker, so that was a little scary moment there. A little Cole Brown incident there. Lap 2, you had Jake Myrie and Kyle Busch battling it out. Busch on the inside and ends up completing the overtake, and Myrie ends up losing 2 positions. Furnish ends up following Busch, copying or trying to copy his lines, like as close as possible. In lap 3, you had Jonathan Kelly battling it out with Chris Unfair. Chris goes a little bit too wide, and this allows Jonathan Kelly to just sneak on in, puts the pedal to the metal, and actually completes the overtake. I know, wild, especially in that Porsche. Shots fired. Nonetheless, though, good overtake by Jonathan Kelly. Unfortunate for Chris Unfair. Went just a tiny bit too wide. The smallest of mistakes deals the most amount of damage. That is definitely for sure. And will it happen today in Walking Point? Joey Johnson in lap 4 battling it out with Victor Sabo and ends up completing the overtake at turn 5. Very, very nice. He was almost in the league of his own here. He was just ever so slowly just pulling away or keeping ahead of the pack. Or just setting the pace for this group here. Oh no, Noodles, you want to go fast? To be honest, there's no stopping you. Well, loss. Speed limit loss. Obey the loss. step in a track, then go as fast as possible. In lap 4, Christopher Greider ends up overtaking Jacob Meyer. I'm pretty sure Jacob Meyer, for the most part, was trying to get out of everyone's way, or I believe he is, at least. In lap 5, you have Douglas Furnish battling it out with Kyle Busch. Busch hits that bump nasty, and Douglas Furnish ends up overtaking him, as well as Christopher Greider. He ends up overtaking Kyle Busch. So unfortunate for Busch. One decent mistake cost him 2 positions there, and yeah. In lap 5, if you saw or paid close enough attention there, and here you know what? I forgot to ask Kyle Busch what happened here, because that was 100% unintentional. He just went extremely wide when he didn't have to. But that allowed Jacob Meyer to complete the overtake, which he eventually lost. Unfortunate. In lap 7, you had Christopher Greider battling it out with Douglas Furnish. Greider has the oomph, the Porsche speed, and ends up completing the overtake. Furnish not having enough acceleration coming out of that corner, I guess. There's a better way I can put that sentence together. Lap 8, Victor Sabo and Chris Unfair. Victor going just a bit too wide and opens the door for Chris Unfair to just shut it on Victor. Chris ends up completing that overtake. Very nicely done. We love to see moves like that happen. Nice, clean, and crispy. The less accidents, the better. Or the worse, I mean, then we won't really get much entertainment. Unless there's a bunch of battles. And entertainment value goes extremely high. In lap 8, you had Christopher Greider battling it out again with Victor Sabo. Greider on the inside, Sabo on the outside. Greider just manages to just stay ahead, has the better ideal line, or you just cover that corner a lot better, being on the inside. Good move on him. Victor Sabo and Douglas Furnish battling it out. Sabo almost on the losing end of this one. He's well, didn't have the pace, or broke a little bit too early, and Furnish just a little bit more braver on the brakes. I honestly believe Victor Sabo, though, could have overtaken him or fought to overtake him the corner after that, though. It looked like Victor Sabo decided to bail and race for another day, you know, not cause an incident. Jacob Meyer, though, he has a little bit of damage, and he's getting chased by Justin Fry. That's his name. Or, I mean, that's the driver to the car. Fry manages to almost complete the overtake on the outside and eventually secures the position, but Myri not giving it up without a fight up until that corner. And your race 1 winner, ladies and gentlemen, the Shark himself, Albert Tronquisi. Race 2, though. Race 2. This is where we need to see. Let me just load it up. There you go. Race 2. Boom. Race 2. Screw the transition. Race 2. This is where it's at. The battles were heated up here. Everyone was actually warmed up and ready to go. A lot of our drivers were actually eager to make these position shifts. Position changes happen early on and continue throughout the entire race, which is actually very nice. Busch went a little wide, unfortunately. No one caused it but himself. Oh, that's fast. Albert Tranquiti dips his tires on the outside just a tad bit and loses 1, 2, 3, 4 positions. Went from P1 to P4 in that split second. Oh, sorry, P1 to P5. Oh, big yikes. Nonetheless, though, he ended up making his way to the top. Spoiler alert. Lap 3, Jonathan Kelly and Joey Johnson. They were fighting it out. Kelly actually passed the speed once again. Turned on the turbocharger. Something happened. He's on the inside in the chicane at death, and they're still fighting it out side by side. We go to the back camera. This is Brad Tarno's point of view. You're gonna see what these two are actually doing. Right behind him is Chris Unfair, so Brad is in a precarious predicament where he doesn't pay close enough attention to his braking marker. He's gonna lose a position. Nonetheless here, Jonathan Kelly ends up just getting beaten by the brakes ever so slightly and loses out in that position. Brad Tarno, though, sees an overtaking opportunity happen in lap 3. And into turn 2 they go. Brad ends up bailing out last second, decides it's not worth fighting it out here. Jonathan Kelly keeps his position. Good defense, good attempts overall, and good overtake. Jacob Myrie and Justin Fry batting it out in lap 4. Fry able to have a little bit of a better exit there. Manages to overtake Justin Fry. He is on the inside, which is where you want to be in these series of corners. It's hard on the brakes. Both drivers still relatively close, side by side. No one's going to give an inch as of yet. And Justin Fry with the just slightly cleaner exit manages to stay up in front. Excellent driving. We love to see this. This is the crisp I was talking about. Nice, clean driving. 10 out of 10. We want to see this in Watkins Glen battle all about. You do not want to hear me talking and rambling about, I don't know, anything. The weather today. For an hour. Well, 2 30-minute sessions. Lap 5, Joshua Worley overtakes Zach Magrica. Zach has the tiniest bit of mistakes there. Went a tiny bit too wide. I believe he dipped his tires into the gravel there. That for sure cost him some speed. Lap 6. And Brad Tarno once again trying to overtake Jonathan Kelly. He has the inside. Will he commit? No, he doesn't have the speed. Jonathan Kelly a little bit deeper on the brakes, keeps the momentum and stays up in front. Brad Tarno, though, without a doubt, keeps fighting for this position. Lap 7. Once again, this time he's on the outside. What do you think? Will he be able to complete the position, the overtake? Will he be able to take it? They're both hard on the brakes. Jonathan Kelly manages to stay out in front, believe it or not. He is out driving, just putting on a defensive clinic against Brad Tarno. Lap 8. You have Justin Fry, Jacob Myrie, almost having identical lines there. Myrie, though, manages to get alongside him and overtakes him momentarily, and eventually secures the positioning. Both of them fighting it out, though, not giving up the position so easily. A good heated fights, and you can see there, that's Jeff Kelly. He had a little bit of an issue recall if I showed, to be honest. Sometimes Myri in front, and good fights with oh, I did show it. So what ended up happening? You might say, oversteer. Just lost it. Yeah. Just lost it mid corner. Too much throttle input or steering input. And yeah. Lap 8, Albert Trinchisi and Zach Manriquez. Zach well, attempting to go on the defense here. And the overall speed of that McLaren, Albert just ends up getting up in front, manages to take the position. Zach doing everything he can to push that Porsche to its absolute limit to get the most speed out of that car. Joshua Gordon, lap 9, with Albert Guiana. Guiana here goes way wide and eventually slows down to give the position to Worley. Does not want to get himself a penalty or anything like that. So good sportsmanship conduct right there. We'd love to see it. Right behind him though, Albert Trinchisi, like a shark in the water. He smells the blood. He's hunting down Guiana. The very next lap at a 9, he's right on his tail. In turn 2, both hard on the brakes. Trinchisi manages to outbrake him ever so slightly. Zach trying to get to follow his line, but ends up getting the door closed on him by Guiana. Manages to stop the bleeding right there. Trinchisi though almost loses it there. Would have ended up bad. Luckily though, he keeps his position. Very nice driving. Top tier. Lap 11, Jeff Kelly and Justin Fry. We have a battle between these two. Jeff Kelly's on the inside, manages to just squeeze out Justin Fry and force him to brake to avoid an incident there. So good overtake on Jeff Kelly. He's not done though. He's coming after Jacob Myri right here. This is BMW versus BMW, and Myri, I'm gonna be honest, just lets him by. I'm pretty sure he lifted or got on the brakes there. Probably did not want to inhibit him or have an accident or anything like that. Good sportsmanship like conduct though, but nonetheless, Myri's still fighting for that position. Doesn't give up so easily until he ends up oversteering. Yeah. Would have been a good fight because he was keeping up, so that was quite exciting. And our race winner, I will not spoil it here because Trinchisi is fighting Joshua Worley for P1. Trinchisi doing everything he can. You see his car getting a little bit squirrely there. Worley ends up clinching it? Securing. Ends up beating out Trinchisi and secures P1. So that is always fun to see. Love to see that. If you give me a moment. We will be... why is it dry? Was there? Why are my track maps and qualifying information? Where is my UI? Give me a second. Well, for the most part, we're watching Jeff Kelly here. There's still 6 minutes and 30 seconds left in qualifying, so we managed to finish on time, which is what I like to see. I guess I have to start a little bit earlier or have less issues to, have on stream. Might as well tell you, Jeff Kelly here is in P9. Alexander Sabo here has a really good run, so we will be switching over to him. He has a second while I figure out why we don't have UI going through. Okay. I think everything's normal now. Everything should be normal now. Alexander Sabo almost a second up on his time, so he will be shooting up to what, P8? P7. Very nicely done. Went from, what was that, like P14 to P7 and knocked down 7 positions off that. That's what we love to see. We have Albert Tranchisi in P1 currently sitting in the pits. And I just realized I didn't check for any liveries. Oh my lord. I'm gonna leave you guys to just check out. We're gonna have you watch Zach's run here. Well, no. Okay, Gianna. He just started. Kind of. Well, I go check that out. There's a new livery! Ladies and gentlemen, I am so sorry for whoever's livery this is. I am grabbing it as we speak. We're gonna check out Douglas Furnish, who is still out on track. He's not positive, but he's not negative on his lap. Actually, he is a little negative. He's 2/10 slower. Chris Unfair is starting his lap, though. He's 1/10 faster. Currently sitting in P4. Don't mind me, ladies and gentlemen. I am being a little bit quiet because I am drag and dropping liveries. Oh wait, it's already here. False alarm. I have everyone's livery. Just kidding. Chris Unfair, 4/10 up on his pace. I don't want to jinx it, but this is a good run. Will he be able to hold it? We will find out within the next 20 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. So far, he's still up, driving really, really nicely in his in former new livery. Why? I don't even know how to call this. He's usually in the Batman, probably getting maintenance. He's 2/10 up. That'll be just enough to push him to P2. Wow, very nicely done. He is getting closer and closer to Albert Tranchisi. Albert Tranchisi currently sitting at a 144.270. I'll put up everybody's personal best here. Hold on. Boom. There we go. So you can quickly check it out. We go to Daniel Hirsch. Currently 4/10 up on his pace. Call it his alternative car. True. Chris Unfair, the man with like 10 different cars. Well, 2, at least for now. Only 2 that we've seen. Daniel Hirsch manages to shoot up from P7 to P4 with a 145.120. He needs to work on his Sector 3 time. That's where all his pace just vanished. Kinda sucks. Wonder if that sentence can be taken like wrong. Kinda sucks. Makes it seem like he sucks. Versus I'm saying that the situation sucks. Anyway, English. Kyle Busch, 4/10 up on his pace. That'll be just enough to push him to P11. If he keeps it, he's 3/10. He'll still get pushed up to P12. As he has a Code Brown a moment. So far we have 2 people out on the field. Qualifying time is finally over, or is getting near over. Daniel Hirsch, our last driver. Who was doing such a good job until that happened. That absolutely is unfortunate. So at least he knows where the absolute limits of that car are. No. Today, we are in Watkins Glen. The overall length of the track is 3.45 miles long, which is 5.55 kilometers long. There are a total of 11 corners. The ideal setup would be a high downforce, medium to hard suspension. The ideal setup is just a generalized ideal setup. It's not necessarily what everybody should be running. You know, high downforce, medium to hard suspension. Let's see who kills Chris lap 1 at the bus stop. So, you know what is up. Squatchmonger. Hopefully no one kills anyone lap 1 at the bus stop, you know, but it has been in true 5FIR fashion, we do end up having incidents lap 1, specifically in the bus stop. Sometimes even turn 1 every once in a while, so you know. Yeah. Hopefully nothing bad happens. Continuing on, action areas. The key action areas, these are the areas where I'll be paying extra attention to, because stuff might hit the shit might hit the fan, basically. Turn 1, the inner loop slash bus stop. Turn 6, turn 7, turn 8, and turn 9. And every once in a while, at least for our league, turn 10 and 11. Those, the last two corners get extra spicy. Everyone's out on field. Let me go. Oh my god. Oh my god, the race is about to start. Albert Tranchisi, P1. Nice. Chris Unfair, P2. In his alternative livery. Gelson Cruz, P3. Daniel Hirsch, P4. Albert Guiana, P5. Zach Manriquez, P6. Jonathan Kelly, P7. Christopher Kreider, P8. Alexander Sabo, P9. Douglas Furnish, P10. Jeff Kelly, P11. Kyle Busch, P12. Brad Tarno, P13. Jacob Myrie, P14. Justin Fry is P15. Victor Sabo, P16. Darren Montes, P17. And Edgar Herrera, P18. The race is about to go on, ladies and gentlemen. I just noticed that I never had the volume on for...
Green light. Go.
This is so bad. You guys are basically hearing just my voice and none of the car audio, and that is no fun. And we have turn 1 coming up, and Chris manages to snag P1. Albert Tranchisi not having the best of starts here. He's still fighting it out with Chris with Gelson Cruz, who Tranchisi is losing ground. Oh, we already have a couple of collisions in the background. We're gonna go to the helicopter view in the mid-grid to see what exactly happens here. If anything happens, hard on the brakes. Oh my goodness, everyone is so tight together. So far, wow. This is a 5FIR first, so we have no incidents. A report. Huh. I'm kind of shocked here. Usually we have at least one incident going down, but nonetheless, we love to see this. No incidents happening. Battles all around. I have no idea who to click to. Gelson Cruz going for the overtake. He's looking like he's going a little bit wide with the... He ends up securing the position. Chris Unfair not able to defend enough, or defend well enough. Albert Tranchisi, though, he's gunning for that P2 spot to creep on up and reclaim his P1. So we'll see how well that turns out. So far, though, everyone is too close to call it. Battles galore everywhere. I think that was Jeff Kelly bumping into the wall just a tad bit. We have Guiana, who had a really bad incident there, slammed into the wall. And does appear to have sustained quite a bit of damage. Not too bad. Another round of the bus stop with no incidents? Up. And there we go. We have Christopher Greider there sliding it out through no fault. Everyone else is through just a fault of his own. It looked like he just took the bump a little bit too aggressively and ended up losing a bit of traction. As we jump back into the battle in the top 5. This is Zach and Daniel Hirsch. Right now, Albert Tranchisi is trying to catch up to Gelson Cruz. We missed the overtake between Tranchisi and Unfair, unfortunately. I'm gonna be honest, it's looking like everyone is, for the most part, settling in to their positions. And Zach is ever so slightly losing ground. I guess the only one who is still in a potential heated battle would be Kyle Busch, who's currently 4/10, 3/10 behind Douglas Furnish, who have the courtesy of jumping on board and seeing how he takes the bus stop. Quick dab on the brakes. Aggressive on those. Oh, how did he manage to not eat the wall? Oh my goodness. That was way too close for comfort. Justin Fry is going on the attack against Darren Montes here. He has the inside, he has the pace. Montes trying to not let him by and not able to defend well enough. Good move on Justin Fry. Successfully secured P14, but he goes way wide just to be Darren Montes' opportunity to stick by him, and he doesn't have the acceleration coming out of that corner to make that happen. Victor Sabo really close to Greider, trying to make moves happen. Gonna jump back to the front where we have Zach Manriquez getting really close to Daniel Hirsch here. I know I'm talking a lot of smack about the Porsche just because of that top speed, but you know, Porsche, a connoisseur driver, Zach Manriquez really knows how to whip that thing around while they go down the back straight. I'm gonna take a moment to rechat, see what I miss. I'm not there tonight, so it's up to Daniel or Albert, I think. Who do you think is gonna take it? As they enter the bus stop, we're back on the live view. Daniel Hirsch whipping that thing around in not the greatest of fashions, ends up losing a P4. Zach Manriquez secures that position. Very nice. Oh my, how close was he though? Daniel Hirsch, like a vengeance, getting super close. Kyle Busch getting very close to Douglas Furnish. Going to be jumping from the mid-grid to the back. Christopher Greider getting extremely close to Edgar Herrera. God, you cannot see anything when you're that close. Oh my, all you see is a Mustang, and that Mustang looks ready to hit a crowd. Intentionally. An overtaking opportunity that we just missed would be Douglas Furnish and Kyle Busch. Yeah, hate to see it off the air, but it happened. Jeff Kelly trying to make moves happen on Douglas Furnish. Daniel Hirsch also trying to make moves happen on Zach Manriquez. They're going to be entering the bus stop very, very soon. We're going to be jumping to them and seeing what exactly happens. Another overthinking opportunity that I just noticed. Albert Tranchese is in P1. We missed the battle in the top. Damn it. Daniel Hirsch, though, having a great drive down the bus stop there and pretty much forcing Zach out of position. Secures P4 once again. Top tier of driving right here. Another top tier driver. What we're going to see a move happen is Christopher Greider as he just manages to pass Edgar Herrera. Coming out of chute, turn 6. Will he hold on to it or potentially make moves happen on Darren Montes, who's up ahead? You claim P15. He's close, and he has the pace. Oh! Had the pace. Darren Montes ended up having a little bit of oversteer there and ends up clipping him. Ooh, that's rough. Montes, not bad on damage. Greider more or less took more of that hit, that brunt. And Herrera, just a little scuff here and there. I'm gonna jump back to the middle of the grid and see what Jonathan Kelly is doing here. He just finished coming out of the bus stop in the inner loop. Jumping from him to check out Jeff Kelly, who is 2/10 off Douglas Furnish. He is right on him. As Douglas Furnish goes a little bit wide. This. Oh my lord, how close was he? Oh my. Get you a bird's eye view of what he actually sees. Heading into turn 9 and turn 10. We're gonna let this battle simmer. As well, come check out the top guys battling out. What is Albert? What is Jeff doing here? We're gonna stick here. An overtaking opportunity might arise out of this. Furnish has the inside, but Jeff will have, well, had the drive on the outside. Now Brad is going to be trying to take that away from Kelly here. We're gonna let that battle simmer as Zach Manriquez was very, very close to Daniel Hirsch here. Whoa. Zach is pushing that Porsche to get to know those limits. Maybe a little bit too intimately. Almost hit the wall there. Tarno. Almost securing P11. Trying to boot Jeff Kelly out of that spot. And not too far behind is Jacob Myrie. Ooh, these two keep battling it out. Just like these two, Zach Manriquez couldn't secure the overtake. Alexander Sabo looking to get into this dogfight here. They're still neck and neck. It's hard to say who has the positioning. Oh, are they gonna go side by side heading into the bus stop? They are. Daniel Hirsch up in front. I'm holding my breath for these guys because, oh my, that was close. Gienna is right behind Jonathan Kelly, who needs to be he needs to either defend or get past Alexander Sabo here. Or in general, the overall battle for P4 is allowing the guys behind him to catch up and battling out even more. I'm gonna jump in the middle of the grid with Alexander Sabo so we can get the best view. Potentially not miss any overtakes here. Everyone is, my goodness, what, within a second of each other? Within half a second of each other? As Gienna and Alexander Sabo, I believe, end up clipping the wall just a tad bit. That music was nice. Oh, thank you, thank you. You have a good voice, though. You do not need to lie to me. But I will take that compliment. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Albert Tranchisi has a white flag, and I do not want to miss the potential action here.
We are at the halfway mark, still a long way to go.
Gienna way wide. Does that count as an overtake? I mean, he completed it. Was it legal? I hope so, as he continued to drift. Gienna drifting that Audi, just like Squatchmonger over here says. Let me know, do you want me to use your real name or your Twitch name? Because I just used the Twitch name. I'm just gonna stick with the Twitch names. Will Kelly respond? We do not know. We'll find out in the next episode while we jump over to Alexander Sabo battling it out with Zach. Oh, wait! Oh, no, wait. No, wait. For a split second, I thought Jonathan Kelly actually overtook Gienna. Gienna getting extremely squarely here. I think we're gonna stick to him. Stick to this battle here. As the three guys up ahead are more or less pretty spot on in consistency. I mean, I know you can abuse the track limits there, but that might be a little bit too much abuse. I'm gonna jump to the front and check out Zach's bus stop run. He's 4/10 behind Daniel Hirsch. Stays relatively close. Jonathan Kelly, roughly the same on Albert Gienna. Kyle Busch with the yellow flag, though. Looks like he lost it, but managed to recover it. Recover very nicely. Jonathan Kelly has the inside. We got the end of that overtake. Zach trying to go for the attack and just getting defensively blocked by Daniel Hirsch. I'm gonna jump from these two to the battle with Kelly and Gianna. These two are currently two battles that are reaching their boiling point. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if Gianna, if I were Gianna, I would turn up the traction control by a click. Maybe two. But I think the amount of slipping and sliding that he's been doing, those tires are getting abused as Alexander Sabo tries to make moves happen on Zach Manriquez. They're gonna go head to head on the bus stop. That Porsche does not have the top speed, so I do believe Alexander is gonna get in front, and he does. Hard on the brakes. Zach goes just a little bit wider than normal because he was forced to be out of position entering that bus stop. Battle between Gianna and Kelly though still heating up, or still staying hot. Everyone else is, for the most part, staying relatively calm in terms of position switches. Jeff Kelly's getting very, very close to Kyle Busch, so we will be checking out that battle very soon. It's looking like nothing's gonna change within the next couple turns. Oh, they're literally like right behind Kelly and Gianna. You can see him just up ahead. This is Beamer versus Audi. As the Beamer almost touches that wall. I swear, every time you're in Watkins Glen and you have to go almost full throttle, or basically full throttle coming out of that corner, quickly. I know I say they get close to the wall, but you're actually supposed to get extremely close to that wall. And just seeing it in third person is an experience on its own. Actually seeing it while driving though, that is a whole another ball game. You do not want to be getting caught up in. As Hirsch is starting to run away, Alexander Sabo and Zach Manriquez are fighting it out. I think they need to stop fighting and work together to bring the fight back to Hirsch. To be honest. Kenna getting a bit squirrely there. Oh, you know what I just forgot? This is a 30-minute race. This is a dual sprint race. You don't necessarily need to treat your tires nicely. Abuse the heck out of them like Albert Gianna is doing. To try to get the best overall position that you can, to be honest. Well, at least to be, you're gonna be sacrificing consistency, which is not the greatest. Especially in a dual sprint race, you kind of need to be as consistent as possible because you only have 30 minutes to get the job done. Albert Gianna is 3.9 seconds ahead of Cruz, so Cruz is keeping... Wait, did I say Gianna? I meant Tranquisi. Cruz is keeping Tranquisi. Keeping him honest. Tranquisi not allowed to make a big mistake. To make maybe one or two little tiny ones. Especially at the pace that they're driving. Those little tiny ones will add up and it'll get the better of them. Arno is coming back and doing some late pushes. As Jeff, where is he in the middle of the? He's just at the end of shoot, turn 6. I wonder what happened to him. We're gonna. We're gonna check out Brad, but he already completed his overtake on Douglas Furnish. Unfortunately, we missed that. The overtake that I think we also missed was Zach Marquez and Alex Anjala. Big ol' oofs. The one that we're not gonna miss is Gianna, though. Victor Sabo is fighting it out against Darren Montes. We almost missed this one. Victor Sabo ends up, I believe, dropping a position, but still staying within the fight. Very nice. We're gonna go back to the top. Check out these two entering the bus stop and then checking out Gianna and... Oh no. Yeah, I kinda figured. That is absolutely rough. Myri got around Jeff Kelly. I wonder what happened there. Jeff Kelly has a white flag, so he slowed down a considerable amount. Myri currently in P11, almost to the top 10. To fight his way to Christopher Greider, who I do believe might be 2 out of reach. He's even, what is that? 11 seconds ahead of Myri. We have 2 battles remaining lit. It's between Sabo and Enriquez and Montes and the other Sabo, Victor Sabo. Alexander Sabo secures P5 using a move that, dare I say, might be dirty. But in all honesty, isn't. Track limits on the bus stop are quite lenient. If you care to push yourself, I know by first-hand experience. We're gonna leave this battle, let it simmer, and check out the battle for P14. Between Victor Sabo, Edgar Herrera, and Darren Montes. Oh, there's no shot these guys are going. Oh, okay. I thought all 3 of them were gonna end up going side by side into the bus stop. That was gonna be a disaster waiting to happen. Herrera falling back just a tad bit, but Victor Sabo is keeping on Montes' tail and not letting that Mustang run away or get away. It's always fun to see or to see the progress that a bunch of our drivers are making. I remember. Man, I was gonna compliment Victor Sabo and be like, his overall racecraft is getting way better and his consistency was going up. I mean, I'm still gonna give you that compliment, but, you know, Mistakes happen. That is rough. You were close. I mean, you're still within the fight. You got 2 minutes and 30 seconds left, so he puts his head down. He might be able to get close to them, especially if they continue their fight. Alexander Sabo here, though, is putting a lot of pressure on Mr. Manriquez here. Sabo getting a little bit squirrely, losing a couple tenths off that. Zach pushing the Audi even harder. He's gaining distance away from Alexander Sabo. Now currently a second ahead of him. Just outside of the slipstream range. Never mind. Alexander Sabo within the slipstream range. He might be able to catch up to or at least get closer to Zach by the end of the back straight. He's 5/10. He's coming in hot. Oh my. Zach taking the bus stop a little bit more conservatively. That's definitely for sure. Or maybe just Sabo, which is just way more confident in the bus stop than Manriquez. And nonetheless, though, there are 35 seconds left. We're gonna jump to the top. I would say if Albert Tranquisi slows down just a tad bit, the race could be over. But if he does even that, Gelson Cruz is gonna capitalize and snag P1. So 100% there will be one more lap in this race. Or maybe not. Nope, one more lap. So far, Gelson Cruz doing everything he can to keep Albert Tranquisi honest. He's 4 seconds behind Tranquisi, which is unheard of, especially at Watkins Glen. Usually you have someone who just starts running away and stays running away. Christopher Greider here, though, is not allowing Douglas Furnish to be that runaway. Victor Sabo also doing the exact same thing to Darren Montes. We're gonna stick with this because I think an overtaking opportunity is going to arise coming out of the boot, heading into heel. Victor Sabo once again decides against it. Wants the clean line. He's probably gonna stay behind him and try to overtake him in the back straight, just like these two gentlemen are fighting it out in right now. Hard on the brakes. Well, not too hard, just a slight dab. And then back on throttle. So far, Christopher Greider getting and staying very close. Sabo in turn 1. Staying really close to Darren Montes still. Not letting him run away.
The leader has finished the race.
Congratulations, Albert Tranquisi, winner of race 1 of Watkins Glen. So far, no one has earned a strike. A strike being someone who takes out like half the grid. Christopher Greider backed off and is looking like he's gonna settle into P10. We're gonna jump from him and check out Victor Sabo. The battle for P14, believe it or not, is still on. We have The battle consisting of Darren Montez, Victor Sabo, who is almost like he has to go for it. He has to stick here. Just stick your nose in there. Commit, commit. Hard on the brakes, both drivers. Darren Montes on the outside. He's gonna have the inside corner for this next series of corners. It's the ideal position you want to be in. Maybe Edgar Herrera can stick his nose in there and distract these two drivers and take the positioning away from them. Oh, they're so close. Victor Sabo is doing everything he can to get right past him. Darren Montes, though, putting on a defensive clinic. Sabo goes a little bit too wide. I thought Sabo was about to lose it to Edgar Herrera there. What a race. What an ending. Oh man, good finishes all around. Good battles all around, really. We had who was it? I believe it was Cruz. Or Unfair. Unfair. Getting the best out of Tranqueezy. Tranqueezy just having not the greatest of starts, but still managing to stay up ahead. Luckily, though, no one got collected at the bus stop. No one. Well, I lie. Jonathan Kelly paid his toll or paid his fee, and the bus stop ended up claiming him. Unfortunately, him and Gienna. Unfortunately. While these drivers take a little bit of a breather here, how are you guys doing? If anyone is still here, are you enjoying the race? I know it's actually quite exciting on my end, at least, to see all the battles, and it's a blessing and a curse, especially during the start of the race when everyone is doing so well, where I have no idea who to point the camera to. While I have you here, might as well check out the track animation. We'll restart this. Well, you already know we're in Watkins Glen, and if you don't know, welcome. This is the 5f5racing.com channel. 5firracing.com. We're in Watkins Glen today. 11 corners. The most fun, interesting corner is the inner loop, or also called the bus stop. You'll also see a bunch of battles in tow and coming out of heel, so turn 9. The 90 is also an interesting corner because if because Unfair said, hey guy, I survived lap 1. 10 out of 10, my dude. The curse has been broken. I forgot what I was saying. what to say. I am at a loss of words here. I mean, race one ended up being very, very nice. A lot of fun, interesting battles. We had the continuous battle for P14 towards the end between Montes, Sabo, and Herrera. Zach and Hirsch, I have no idea how they're still going to be awake. They're probably sweating up a storm, to be honest. They were pretty much battling it out all of race one, to be honest. Alexander Sabo coming out of nowhere and getting very, very close to Zach Manrique though, so it's nice to see that even if you don't put out the fastest laps in a qualifying, consistency matters overall in terms of how you do in the races. So no second qualifying. The first qualifying counts for the second race as well. Before we go, at least we can run down the grid. If you're just joining us, we have Albert Tranchisi in P1, Chris Unfair in P2, Gelson Cruz in P3, Daniel Hirsch in P4, Zach Manriquez in P5, Jonathan Kelly is P6, Christopher Greider P7, Alexander Sabo P8, Douglas Furnish P9, Jeff Kelly P10, Kyle Busch P11, Brad Tarno P12, Jacob Myrie P13, Justin Fry P14. Why is my grid getting all messed up? Darren Montes P16. Victor Sabo is P15. My grid is getting out of order. Darren Montes P16, Edgar Herrera P17, Albert Guiana is P18. I for sure lost some people in that. Grid is getting crazy. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The green flag is out for the second time. We're watching Chris Unfair. This time, Tranchisi fighting it out with Cruz there. Oh my, everyone is still so close, neck and neck. We're gonna have to go to the helicopter view to actually cover every little bit in detail. It looks like Greider and Sabo are gonna go side by side? Jeff Kelly? I'm holding my breath because I just do not want to see accidents happen. Everyone is so close. Tranchisi though is building that early lead. He's already a second ahead of Cruz. Will he be able to maintain that throughout race 2? Because the amount of pressure Cruz put on him, even though he was probably 4 seconds behind at the end of the race, that's a lot of pressure, because one mess up and Cruz already passes you. check out Zach as he is currently in P7. He's trying to get around Douglas Furnish. Zach might be able to do it here. Nope. Might not. Gianna, still a little squirrely. I wonder what traction control he's running, to be honest. Or maybe his just car setup is a little bit funky, and it's just not a green for Watkins Glen. Kyle Busch is out wide. Probably had a little bit of a Code Brown moment there. Looking like he didn't take any damage though, so that's good to know. The two Audis gonna be battling it out here. We got Kyle Busch and Gianna. Brad Tarno is going to be fighting it out with Jeff Kelly. Douglas Furnish, oh my god, overtaking opportunities are happening left and right. Zach getting through Furnish. Alexander Sabo trying to latch on to that. Not let Zach get away. Jonathan Kelly enjoying this battle 100%, letting these two just, well, these three battle it out. So it'll allow him to get as close as possible to partake in this battle. God, that's so close to the wall. Sabo on the inside, he goes in for the move, decides against it, holds the brakes just a tad bit longer to stay in line. A good attempt. We're gonna jump from these two and check out Jacob Myrie, who has a bit of contact with Darren Montes and stays out of the wall. Let's go. What a save. We love to see, I mean, we hate to see the contacts, but we love to see the saves. Chris Unfair with a white flag, yellow to white. I'm unsure what that is all about. He doesn't appear to be damaged. We have Jeff Kelly right next to him, and he just... Oh. I'm so sorry, Chris. I should have just kept my mouth shut. I just threw the curse at you like no tomorrow. Big yikes, big oof. Oh. Wow, man, with 30, it's a 30-minute dual sprint. I don't, it's not even worth, going to pit unless you have, like, substantial amount of damage. So far, it looks like it's just aero. Bodywork and aero damage. So he will be suffering on the top speed of things. Jeff Kelly gets past Albert Gianna. Gianna not having a good day. Unfortunately, I am sad to see that. Or sucks to see that. Brad Tarno, though, getting ever so close to Jeff Kelly here. Wrong point of view. There we go. Brad has really started taking control, or just really mastering the Aston Martin there. He's been really getting into plenty of fights, especially some with the top guys. Or most of the top guys, to be honest. We're gonna go to Alexander Sabo back once again as he got a little bit spoily there. Coming out of turn 8, the heel. We're gonna let this battle simmer while we jump into the battle between Jacob Myrie and Darren Montes. A nice, crispy, and clean overtake. Montes went just a bit too wide, and Jacob seized that opportunity. 10 out of 10 driving right there. That's what we love to see. What we also love to see is Albert Tranchisi in not being let off the hook so easily. Gelson Cruz within a second and a half. Pretty much just stalking Albert Tranchisi there. It's actually quite interesting to see the line choices between these two top tier drivers here. Gelson Cruz having a slightly different line when compared to Albert Tranchisi. We're gonna jump from them and check out the battle between Alexander Sabo and Douglas Furnish. Furnish still out in front. Sabo though has the inside line, but not able to keep the top speed to complete that overtake. Good defense on Furnish. Jonathan Kelly though trying to sneak in and grab that spot from Sabo. Grab P7 away from Sabo. Kelly's just gonna have to continue stalking just a little bit longer. Eventually, one or both of them will make a big enough mistake for him to capitalize on. Sabo goes in for a fake lunge. Trying to throw off Furnish, but Furnish does not faze him whatsoever. We got Kyle Busch defending for P9 against Jeff Kelly and Brad Tarno. Chris Unfair right behind them. Still with a bit of damage, I think. I don't think he ever went to pit. Nope, he did not. So it's interesting to see how he'll do at the end of the race. Looks like Kyle Busch is taking those bumps a little bit way too aggressively. Oh my. We have two separate battles. The battle for P6 between Furnish, Sabo, Alexander Sabo, and Jonathan Kelly. And then the battle for P9 between Kyle Busch and Jeff Kelly. Brad Tarno not too far behind. He's having his own battle with Chris Unfair that we're gonna jump into. Chris Unfair completing that overtake. Brad Tarno forced to just let it go. Unfair with the with that closing speed. Oh my goodness. Jonathan Kelly within 1/10 of a second behind Alexander Sabo. You can smell the exhaust fumes. But how close he is. Kyle Busch forced to go on defense. Jeff Kelly not able to complete that overtake. Right behind him, you have Chris Unfair and Brad Tarno fighting it out. We have plenty of fights galore here. 3 drivers fighting it out right here, then 2 sets of 2 other drivers right behind him fighting it out. So far, Zach Manriquez is more or less out on his own. He's getting close to Christopher Greider, but not close enough as of yet. Gelson Cruz, though, he is still on Albert Tranchisi's tail. He is not giving up. He's one What was that? My screen is glitching. I could have swore I just saw someone teleport to the pits. Oh, that threw me for a loop, to be honest. Nonetheless. Kyle Busch. Looking a lot more cool, calm, and collected here. Maybe a little too cool, calm, and collected, because Chris Unfair and Brad Tarno are catching up, and Alexander Sabo and Jonathan Kelly are leaving them. Oh, what a line! He's way on the outside. And Jeff Kelly trying everything he can to get past Kyle Busch. Oh, so far the same battles are remaining. Battle for P6 and then the battles for P9 and P11. If none of these drivers were sweating race 1, they have to be sweating in race 2. I wonder what their heart rates are. That would actually be something very cool to see if we can like grab everyone's heart rates and put them on screen. And we can actually monitor and be like, oh yeah, Jonathan Kelly over here is at 150 beats per minute, but Douglas Furnish, he's a cool, calm, and collected 20. Even though that's way too low and he'd probably be dead. Anyway, Jeff Kelly here. Trying to make moves, and Alexander Sabo had a white flag. For whatever reason. Right now, these two are heading down the back straight. Jeff Kelly, my goodness, he's creating a little bit of a distance.
We are halfway through. Keep it up.
As he enters the bus stop. All sorts of bumpy. That BMW absorbing those bumps, and you see right behind him, Brad Tarno secures the position and overtakes Chris Unfair. Unfair went a little, just a tad bit too wide, and Brad Tarno sees the opportunity to get right by him. Furnish is starting to look like he's running away ever so slightly. I'm gonna keep an eye on the battle between Tarno and Unfair. Unfair is extremely close. Every time I see these guys take turn 10, the turn before this one, I'm always wondering, how do they not hit track limit or get enough track limit warnings? Because that for sure, like, they had to have hit the track limit there. Or maybe I'm just so out of racing and so washed that I don't know where track limits are anymore. That's also a thing, potentially. As Jeff Kelly gets closer and closer, Bush going on the defense. A slightly bit offline. How will that affect his turn-in and stuff? My audio is gone. Kelly, no! What happened, dude? Missed it. I got distracted by my audio cue here. Give me a minute or a second to figure out what's going on here. Why happened to my audio? Well, if you hear noises, it's coming out of my speaker now. Um, hmm. Lots of audio hiccups today. So I'm taking off my in-ear monitors, which is actually weird, because now I can hear myself talk. Now I know exactly how loud I am, so I guess it's better for you because then it won't be so much screaming into your ear anymore. I mean, it's gonna probably turn into like a little ASMR session, to be honest, because now I'm subconsciously conscious, or I'm consciously know blah blah blah. I am now more aware, and I do not want to talk way loud. So I'm probably just gonna get closer and closer to the mic and start whispering. Anyway, Myri here is almost overtaking Victor Sabo. Brain fart, my goodness. Getting a bumper view of Jeff Kelly once again approaching Kyle Busch into the bus stop. Not the greatest of lines, but safe enough to continue on and fight for another round, or fight for another lap. Alexander Sabo, though, is still having a hard time with Douglas Furnish here. Furnish doing an amazing job keeping Alexander Sabo right behind him. Zach, though, getting a very, very close to Christopher Greider here. The battle of the Porsches is going on. They're getting closer and closer to Daniel Hirsch, or maybe they've always been that close. I recall. I do recall Gelson Cruz, though, being a lot closer than what he is now to Albert Tranchisi. You can no longer see Cruz behind Tranchisi. Cruz is actually 5.5-ish seconds behind Tranchisi. Ooh. as a battle ensues between Sabo and Furnish and Bush and Kelly here. I'm gonna have to pay attention to my mic audio limit to make sure that no audio gets bled from the game to the mic, or else there's gonna be an insane amount of reverb, and you know, it's not gonna sound great. Zach with the yellow. Not a great of the locations. Right at the end of toe, turn 7. He lost 2 positions off that, and he's pretty banged up. Not something you want to be experiencing, especially towards the near end of the race. 7 minutes left. Bush actually struggling now. Jeff Kelly doing absolutely anything he can to get by Bush. He's tired of being right behind him, smelling all his exhaust fumes. Seeing Bush in front of him, he wants to see Bush behind him. And that sentence just does not sound right the way I put it. Tarno is making moves and actually passing Jeff Kelly. Chris Unfair's still there. This is exactly what Kyle Busch needs. If these guys keep fighting it out, Bush is just gonna run away, and run away he will do and is a pro at doing. No first hand. You give him clean air and it's just, he's just like have you guys ever played Mario Kart on the Nintendo 64? You know how like every once in a while you'll just leave a computer player at the very top, just leave him alone for like a couple seconds, and you will never be able to catch him up again. Yeah, so that's Kyle Busch. Give him some clean air and he just runs. Jeff Kelly has got to be getting pressed. Oh, Alexander Sabo takes a little hit on the wall. Not the greatest of exits out of that corner. Oh my, dude, was that Brad who took a beating on that wall too? Yup, it was Brad. Ooh, that's not great. But like I was saying, I'm pretty sure Jeff Kelly is getting a little bit irritated because he has the pace. He just can't get around Kyle Busch and Brad Tarno now. Kyle Busch makes a mistake and he hits the wall. Ooh, he was doing so well too. How bad is his damage? Oh. Ain't no way. It's not that. He. Really? I swear it looked like he was the hit was like way harder, way more brutal. But it looked like he barely got scuffed. Which is good. It looked like Brad Tarno just went way wide. Jeff Kelly was about to capitalize on that. Well, that was momentarily in the battle between Furnish and Sabo here. Gonna jump between these two, eventually check up on Herrera, who's getting very, very close to Victor Sabo. Battle for P6, P5's on, sorry. P5, P7, and P12. The three current battles. Albert Tranchisi is looking like he is winning a race number 2, barring any other mistakes or issues that he may encounter in the rest of these 2 minutes and 40 seconds left of the race. Roughly, maybe one extra lap, maybe 2. Sabo is just stalking. Oh my! Look how close he got. He puts on the pressure whenever he wants. He lets Furnish know. One mistake and that position is mine. Jeff Kelly what's getting close to unfair? Lost the position to unfair. Bush though, now for sure is more banged up. He had a yellow flag under his name, and he's weird. Yeah, he has alignment issues. He has aerodynamics. A minute left in the race. I would honestly just tough it out and not pit, and I'm pretty sure he's considering that, and he's gonna stay out if he can control the car. Maybe turn up traction control. That option is available. Oh. How squirrely. Is he gonna end up pitting? I'm gonna assume not. It's too late. He's gonna continue on with the race. We'll see what he ends up with. We have Victor Sabo and Edgar Herrera coming in hot right behind him. Both of them are battling it out. Wait, I thought it was Victor and Darren Monte. What can happen? Kyle Busch is having a white flag. He's getting slowed down. Edgar Herrera is getting very, very close. Alexander Sabo pushing up against Douglas Furnish. We're going to check these two out. They're coming into the bus stop. Herrera on the inside. Victor Sabo on the outside.
Right, man. Leader is on the final lap. Give it all you can.
Victor going to be overtaking Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch forced to just suffer the consequences. We're gonna stick with this battle. This is the closest battle of the night. We have one more lap to go. Looking like Tranchisi is actually going to win. Verge is getting close. I don't know if he'll have the pace to catch up to Cruz. This is the last lap, but you know, stranger things have been seen. Alexander Sabo is getting close. This is his last couple turns. He has roughly 5, 6 more turns left. He has to make the move happen. He has to make the move stick if he wants to claim P5. Douglas Furnish is just... Furnish just needs to go defensively, to be honest. If he can just hold off Alexander Sabo for just the next couple corners, he will have it made. Alexander Sabo needs to just get in line, put his head down, unleash the next series of amazing corners here. You have really good exits. He gets closer and closer. These are the last two corners. I don't think Alexander Sabo is close enough to make a final lunge. He's going for it. Oh no! Good attempt, I guess. Douglas Furnish, congratulations. You fought hard, you fought well. That's P5. Alexander Sabo, that was a really good attempt. P6. Brett Tarna. P7. Chris Unfair. With damage. P8. Nice, nice, nice. Jeff Kelly P9. But let's not forget, we have our Donut Master here. Albert Tranchisi. Congratulations, our race winner. Gelson Cruz P2. Daniel Hirsch P3. Christopher Grider P4. Jeff Kelly running into walls at max speed. Probably his brakes were fried. That's what ended up happening. So he forgot to bleed his brakes. Who else is left in the race? We have Justin Fry in the pits. Darren Montes coming in at P15. What ended up happening to Zach? He came in at P16. I am having the most amount of brain farts. I just noticed. How am I gonna be able to do my interviews if anyone wants to hop in on an interview? If I can't hear them. Well, the race is technically over, but it's not over. It's still
Juan?
running.
Hey, Juan.
Oh.
Me and Albert would like to talk to you.
Why you gotta say it like that?
Oh my god, my mic is picking that up.
Ooh, he must be muted.
I wonder if I turn that down. Can I just raise your guys' volume like way up and then it'll be okay? Okay, so I have Albert Tranchisi and Daniel Hirsch here for the interviews. Give me 1 second, you guys. Cause I won't be able to hear you. My audio is all over the place today. Give me 1 second. Yeah, give me 1 second. Let me try to figure this out. Oh my god. Okay, wait. Okay, we're back. Kind of.
Juan, you there?
There we go. Can you hear me?
Wonder if he's not doing
No way,
interviews
I
tonight.
am. Hold on, chill.
I mean, that's okay with me. I gotta get some sleep. Alright, if he does, just send me a little DM.
Alright.
Alright, dude. Talk to you later.
Have a good one.
You too.
Wait, can you hear me? I'm assuming not.
Juan, I cannot hear you.
What is going on? What the heck?
Oh, there you are.
Oh, now
There
it's
you are.
working. What is?
Now you're here.
I'm so sorry, dude. I'm having like all sorts of audio issues today. Right?
Shit, I got a message. I got to message him now. He's gonna be so pissed.
But
He's gonna be like, "What the fuck? I just left."
I was trying to like tell you guys, chill. I was here. I couldn't. Yeah. Sorry. Anyway, since I have you here, why you message him? How was the race, dude? How was it in race 2? It looked like Cruz was keeping you honest, and then towards the second half of the race, you were just gone. Like you just turned on the afterburners and just left.
Cruz is, as you know, he's been a long time rival of mine. So every time we get on the course, it's very physical presence and a very aggressive battle.
Yeah.
We tapped, I think, 3 different times in race 1, and I'm pretty sure another twice in race 2.
Uh-huh.
If that tells you anything about the two of us and our history.
You
But
guys
no,
get down.
he's a fantastic driver. Drives amazing. I think he burned his tires trying to keep pace, and I kind of backed my pace down for a while. I was up in the 45s while he was behind me, just trying to burn him down.
Mhm.
And I look behind me, and I have a 3-second gap at that point. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna run with it, and I still had plenty of tires left for the remainder of the race. So I just went and just a different strategy than what he was doing, and it played out in the end. But race 1, not gonna lie, it's been a little bit since I've been in the car, so I forgot. Was a little bit rusty on my race start.
For race 1.
That cost me a couple of positions off the gate to Unfair, Cruz, and Hirsch. And Hershey, me and him went side by side into the bus stop. Thankfully, he gave the right of way. He didn't have to, but thankfully he did. It led to both of us being able to fight another day. And I had a beautiful switchback on Unfair after Cruz got by him, and then it was the fight for first with Cruz once again, and it was definitely a good one with him. So very happy with today, and sad to see Worley wasn't here. I know Ross won't be here for the remainder of the season, and unfortunately Jake wasn't here as well. But we had a couple of guys that gave me a little bit of a run, so really good race into those guys. Chris Unfair, Gel, Hirsch, those boys know how to make me sweat a bit.
I bet. I know you didn't see it, but there were plenty of fights to be had today in Watkins Glen. Any advice or anything you can give these boys?
Yeah, I was fighting my own battles up front for sure, but it's a track that's very difficult to pass. If you're going to make the pass, you need to know 3 corners ahead of time and set it up for that corner. Keep pressure on them. This track is very easy to make a mistake with all the off camber. So the rear end is very, very slick near the end of the race. So that's how I got by Cruz in race 1. He made a mistake coming out of T1. He slid a little bit too much, and I went to his outside to be able to pick up the place. But it's a very unforgiving track. and you're able to definitely compromise people to the point that you can get by them pretty easily here.
Okay. How do you feel about next week's race in Laguna Seca?
Laguna Seca?
Yeah.
Is it an hour or two sprints?
It's gonna be 60 minutes. Is one of my favorite tracks, or my favorite track.
Well, one of the last times I was there, I got disqualified on the third to last lap because I sped into the pits. So
No
I don't have the
way!
best. I don't have the best. I don't have the best track record with pitting there, but
Oof.
I'm gonna have to practice a little bit so that way I don't blow points here in the championship. I don't know where I'm gonna be up to now, but I would like to be able to make a mistake at Suzuka at the end of the season, which we had to reschedule. I'd like to be able to have a cushion for Suzuka, so that way, if fate has it that something happens, I have that buffer to be able to seal up this championship come the end of the season.
If I am not wrong, you're leading the series by, I think, 10-ish points. After today, you should be up at least 20 to 30. So you have a bit of breathing room. Could be mistaken.
Yeah, it should be around 30 to 40, if I'm not mistaken.
Potentially.
But yeah, we're trying to make ourselves in the best position possible come the end of the year, and we don't want to have any unnecessary risks come the final race of the season.
Right. Yes, my one little tip, since I know Laguna Seca so well, is or what if unless they changes it, the pit entry, the speed limit doesn't count until the rear end of your vehicle crosses the marker.
Okay, good to know. I will
Test it out.
for sure. I will for sure keep that in my playbook.
So if you
I don't know if I'll give that to other people, but if other guys on the grid are watching this, then yeah, they'll hear that. But that's now in my playbook. So
Test it out. I know if you go in too hot, you'll usually come out fine, unless you go in a ridiculous amount of speed. Then no, good luck.
yeah, it's very much a thing of I want no unnecessary penalties. I want no unnecessary anything from here on out, and yeah, it's should be good if some of the other boys show up, but we'll see what the rest of the season has in store for us.
Yeah, we had a good size today though. 18 drivers. So
yeah, it's fantastic to see.
it's amazing to see. All right, well, I should have came up with like more interview questions, but brain farts and stuff. So thank you for.
Well, for next week, make sure that you write those down, and
Definitely.
there you go.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that. Well, thank you for stopping by. Do you have any shout outs, I guess, before we leave and we sign out?
Only shout out is definitely Gel and Hirsch, who hasn't been here for a little bit. He comes out and places podium, so really good to see him back in the fray. Hopefully he can make another one. Other than that, I really appreciate my my team Vesta Sport. They gave me some pretty good setups after the last time we were here at Watkins Glen, and they make sure that the car is working well, along with a couple of other sponsors. And yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed the racing action tonight, and we'll see you all next week on the opposite coast of the United States in Laguna Seca.
Very nicely said. Man, I couldn't have said that better myself. I should just sign out right now and just end the stream here. Well, thank you. Thank you.
I have one question. I have one question for you, my friend.
Go for it.
In race 2 start, were
Mhm.
you in helicam looking at the front between me and Cruz?
I was in helicam and we saw the scuffle that you guys had.
Because
That bit.
I was gonna say that had to have looked like a bullet out of a gun. I full committed the bus stop just to make sure I got ahead of him. It was probably the most scared I've been coming into it because I had way too much speed and I knew that.
Did you really?
And I made that work somehow. So
You could have fooled all of us then. It looked like everything was set up intentionally.
it was intentional up until the point I realized how close we were, and I just knew I had to pitch the car in and be able to get it slowed down for the immediate left afterwards.
All right, okay. I'm gonna
So,
have to take a look
full
at that.
send.
Yeah, yeah, definitely full send.
But all right, brother, have yourself a good evening. Thank
Yeah.
you for the interview, and have yourself a good evening.
Yeah, you too. Thank you, thank you. Well, that was Watkins Glen, ladies and gentlemen. Good races overall. I guess before I leave, I might as well go over how you can join. On your web browser URL, you put in 5firacing.com. 5 is the number 5, firacing.com. Once you do that, you'll have these links as well as other links that you can just scroll on and check out. You want to see some of the other videos and go on other contacts and everything. Feel free to explore the page. That's what this packet says. Awesome race. Definitely an awesome race. If you'd like to join us, click on SimGrid. From SimGrid, it'll open up this page. You click on season 7. That's the season that we're in right now. You'll hit register up here on the top right. You'll select your class, you'll select your car, your number. If you have a team, you select it and not leave it blank. Any or none of the Discord notification that you want, agree, and then register. I will not be registering because I am streaming, but we have 1 spot in the gold and 2 in the silver league. So very limited for now. If you were listening to the interviews, you would have noticed that next week's race is in Laguna Seca, so it's a 60-minute race. I hope I'll see you guys for that. It's one of my favorite races, and the corkscrew is going to be a huge drop. Literally. Alright, well, thank you ladies and gentlemen for being here, sticking around. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, evening, and night, wherever you are. See you guys later.
this is my life.